let's go over here and talk to these guys and all that. Hey, Ray, what's up? It's rather boring when I haven't killed... Okay. Draco. I feel bad for those dark elves, don't you? A little bit, yeah. Poor elves. They don't deserve to be treated like that. Right, it's terrible. Everyone in the world is so set on picking reasons to hate each other. I don't even understand why. If it's not who you are, it's where you're from, or what you look like. Is that why you hide your ears behind your hair? What? Oh, right, you know about that. It's just easier to hide them to explain I'm not from the forest and yak yak yak. Still, the world should be a place where no one feels bad for how they look or where they were born or anything else they can't control. I find it hard to argue with that. I hope one day that Erevorn becomes that place. Me too. I love elvish clothing, but I kill for Empire cuisine. Why can't we love both? I see your heart is in the right place. Hey, best friend! Saren looked over his shoulder. No, Draco was definitely talking to him. Oh, hi. Can I ask a favor? Everyone else seems to. Great, then I'll meet you in Horus. Sorry, what? Why? To do a favor for me. What am I doing exactly? Nothing dangerous. I just need you to pretend that you're my cousin. Saren went silent and just stared at Draco. Just for a little while. Tell me why. I need to get something from the Magic Academy there. The stupid heads kept all my stuff when they kicked me out. Saren raised his eyebrows. I don't care about most of it. I just want my good luck charm back. We're going off to war, aren't we? I need all the luck I can get. But why do I have to pretend to be your cousin? I can't go back to the academy. Like I said, they're stupid heads. So, someone else has to get my stuff for me. A family member. I don't know. Please, please, I'll die without my lucky charm. You're so sure. I am. I'm dead meat. That charm is my only hope. If it matters that much to you, then I'm now your cousin. Father side. God damn it, Draco. It looks like the Dark Elves are finally getting accepted back into the forest.
To you, it might. All that has happened is the elders calling upon my people to die for them.
Is that really all you see? The Forest Elves have decided to give amnesty to Dark Elves. Isn't that a step in the right direction?
Under other conditions, I would be more grateful. But this only goes to show how greedy the elders can be. They have ignored us and persecuted us until they needed bodies to throw into the fray. And you ask me if that is progress?
I see what you're saying. But you've committed crimes simply to be recognized. Now your people are being recognized like you wanted. It may cost some lives, but the Forest Elves can't ignore your people anymore after this.
You would be surprised.
Can't you be more optimistic about this?
The time for optimism has passed.
Damn. What is it like when you turn into a demon?
Why does that matter?
I want to understand you? Mesfit took in a breath and focused on a point in the distance.
There is nothing to learn. I feel only a dark, and then it is all I can hear, see, or taste. I become it.
What do you mean by a dark?
A hollow. A cold difference.
Hollow? What? Explain it to me.
I cannot. I cannot because I am barely there to experience it. I go away. Far away. It feels as if I will never come back out. That is the best I can say.
Why exactly were the Dark Elves exiled from the forest? Their blood causes the forest great pain, and because I speak for the forest, I feel her pain, to ensure that I see it stopped. That means the Dark Elves cannot live amongst the elves of the forest. What is it about their blood that hurts trees? They are part demon. In their veins flows the death of the demons, like the ones never burn. They are not like other elves. Part demon. That's terrifying. I'm not surprised the forest rejects them. So you see. But are they evil people? The question took Mirth off guard. Well, they are kin to demons. But are they all bad, cruel, criminal?
Every time a dark elf shows himself to us, it is to inflict harm. It is to steal our things, kidnap our children, or murder our leaders. Good or evil is up to you to decide. All I know is that they cannot live among us. That is all I can say about it. Saren, may I ask for your aid in something very important?
Yes, of course. What's wrong?
Well, it is a matter of the forest. A certain tribe is harvesting more than they should be. It is throwing off the balance of the forest with damage that will take hundreds of years to mend.
What is this tribe doing? Why?
It is the tribe of Farshade in the eastern trees. They are logging trees beyond their allowance. As for the reason, I hope there is an explanation other than greed. The elders have sent word that they are to stop, but they have not done so. Their local druid should have kept this from happening, so I'm worried that something has happened to her.
We will get to the bottom of this.
You're willing to help me? Thank you. I was worried about facing the tribe alone. You have been a good ally in battle, so I've asked you first. Please let me know when it is most convenient for you that we travel.
Nope, you still don't have anything new. Got it. Alright, next is Dora.
Seeing those dark elves in the desert really puts an aching on my heart, you know. It don't feel no different than in Grimoire. The elves and dwarves get shoved into one part of town that's rotten, and ain't no one cares because they never see 'em.
How's it go? Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, that. I understand. Perhaps what the Dark Elves were attempting to do when committing crimes? Getting attention?
Maybe the kidnapping, but the murdering is just stupid on their part. Ain't no one gonna feel bad for you if you're killing 'em. The stealing, though, I think they were just trying to eat. No harm in that.
It must be hard to find food in the desert. What could they possibly have to eat?
Maybe they hunt orcs.
That doesn't sound too appetizing.
What you doing?
Why?
Are you gonna be busy between now and the battle in Everburn?
I have my duties. What are you asking?
Well, there was this thing that I wanted to do, and I knew you were the right man to ask.
What thing? Why me?
Shh! Don't be so obvious.
Sorry, why not?
No, I just don't want nobody to hear us. When I left Grimoire to follow your princess, I left all my stuff behind, and it's been stolen now, and I want to get it back.
Who stole it?
Those damn city guards. They ransacked my whole home. There's only one thing I really want anyway. If you promise to help me go get it, I'll split it with you.
Is it food?
Don't be silly. Now don't tell nobody or deal's off.
Dora looks over her shoulder and dashes away. God damn it, Dora. Hello, Shambara. Oh, would you be willing to answer some of my questions about you? Shambara giggled.
About time we got to know each other better.
How did you come to be in the swamps?
You're being serious.
Of course I am.
That's private information.
She crossed her arms and looked away. What do you do all day in the swamps? Don't you ever feel lonely? Shambara's hard look broke at the insinuation. Instead of being angry, the Dark Witch forced a laugh.
You think I'm alone in that hut? Hardly.
Who is so depraved that they seek you out in the unforgiving swamps?
Depraved? Darling, what I have to offer would make kings bow at my feet. Maybe one day when you're wading through the swamp, you'll understand exactly the kind of power I have over people like you.
Your Highness,
you may speak freely.
In the audience chamber, you had said that you considered the humans and elves stupid. Do you really think that? Karen's face dropped in disbelief.
I said that.
Saren nodded.
That does sound unforgivable. I am used to little outside of the Citadel. I adapt well, but there are some delicacies of speech I have not learned. I am used to speaking to Amazons only. But you are correct. Now that all the cultures must come together, I cannot speak so disparagingly about other cultures, especially of the race of men. You have showed me that your people are good people. You do them a great honor.
No, it is you who honors me with such words. Karen smiled warmly. Majesty, I couldn't help but notice.
Continue.
When I was serving back at the Citadel, I was given the honor of seeing you fight in an armed battle. It was one of the greatest fights I had ever seen. And yet, when I see you battle now...
Say it. You're not fighting as fiercely as you did back then. Karen drew in a long breath. I believe you're right. That's all you have to say about it? I know you're stronger than this. We're counting on you. You think I am not doing the best I can? That my age has rendered my spear arm useless? Which insult is it? You think I am not... Oh. No, Your Grace, I didn't mean to insult you. I do not believe that you are purposely holding back, or that your age has at all diminished your strength. What I mean to say is that this ordeal with Rhythm has changed you, and that your spirit hasn't fully recovered. I wonder if your unmatched ferocity will ever return. Because we'd all like you seen you return to your former glory, not just for our sake, but for yours. Karen stared at Saren for a long time, until she has signaled the end of the discussion. Saren, good. You are who I wanted to see. What can I do for you? As you know, my daughter will become queen within the season. I want her to be a great queen, even greater than me. I failed my mother's heritage, but Loren can restore it. I want to bestow a warrior's gift upon her to help her in her reign, as my mother did for me. What kind of gift do you mean? I do not know if you share our Amazon religion, but we worship the Amazons that have come before us. They are our great mothers. If I could give Loren a relic of a great mother, she would be destined to join their ranks. I request your arm in battle in helping me retrieve one. Where would we find such relics? I've thought about this for some time. There are high tales of an Amazon warrior and her weapon. She ended a bloody battle with the mighty Cthulhu, dooming the land to rejoin the ocean. Her weapon broke an entire land, and I will settle for no less for my Loren. I understand. When shall we look for it? Whenever we may slip away unnoticed, to the ruins past the unforgiving swamps. Hey, Loren, what's up? Saren walked up to Loren and stood by her side next to the fire. Loren tilted her head slightly in recognition. What? Saren had grown used to standing beside Loren, like her personal servant, yet even as her second-in-command, he still found his way to be by her side. I'm sorry? You came over to me for no reason. Her words were practically bitter, and Saren couldn't understand why. She had never questioned his habit of keeping near her before. Yes, why do you ask? We are not friends. Saren choked back a reaction. He had never once thought they were, or that they weren't. Why was Loren so sensitive to their relationship all of a sudden? Did she mean to remind him that he was her servant? But you're better off wasting your spare time with someone who is capable of being fun to be around. Saren relaxed, but was flooded with pity. Loren, go, spend time with someone else. I'll allow you. Strict eyes, but even that could not mask the waver in her voice. No, thank you. Loren winced, not expecting that response. She wasn't sure how to handle this scenario at all. Fine, waste your free time. It is not mine, so I don't care. She turned back to the fire and crossed her arms. They were silent and could only hear each other's breathing mixed with the flicker of flames. Saren tried to make sense of Loren in the following quiet. She was trying to push him away, but saying it was for his own benefit. Why would he not want to spend time with Loren? What did she think? That she was incapable of being fun? Loren was a remarkable person to stand in battle with, and that was suddenly the strongest memory that Saren had while staring at her back. In battle, she was a masterful artist with a blade. It was almost as if she was dancing. It was clear that Loren took combat very seriously, and Loren realized that he did too, when he was with her. Fighting side by side was the easiest and most rewarding combat he had partaken in, and after the battle, the way Loren would look over at him, lock eyes, and give him a nod, it was why he was standing next to her at that moment. When they were fighting together, they were friends. They had entire conversations and debates just by trading glimpses in the heat of battle. Loren was not a princess, and he was not a servant. And that mentality was now leaking into reality. But why couldn't it be reality? I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up, but let's try something light. Good weather today. Loren stiffened from his voice. She did not expect to be spoken to, especially so casually. It was frivolous, too, practically insulting to engage in such banter with the princess of the Amazons. She heard the sky crack, and she looked up to see dark clouds rumbling overhead. It was about to rain. She put her hands on her hips and turned around to give Saren a condescending look. Saren had just realized the absurdity of what he said, trying too hard to instigate a conversation to realize how mistaken the statement was.
Slowly, he cracked a smile. A stray drop from the sky landed on his cheek, and he broke. Saren started laughing loudly, wiping the rain away. The sound caused Loren's stern face to melt away, and her chest to shake. She realized soon that she was laughing too. The rain started to get heavier, and they stood together, laughing in the middle of it. Just laughing. After they were both drenched, they locked eyes, almost like they do after battle. Loren's eyes bounced once and then looked away with a thinning smile. Maybe it was a bit of good weather after all. Fucking cute. Fucking cute. Why do the Amazons have slaves? If they're so capable, why need anyone else to do work? Loren glanced at Saren for insinuating a flaw in her culture. Amazons are capable women, but they cannot be everywhere at once. If we were infinite in number, only Amazons would inherit this world. But as it stands, only half of our children are so made. I was born of an Amazon mother, but does that not make me an Amazon? Of course not, you are a man. Saren couldn't help but wince. That does not seem fair. Men are inferior. I don't see what's unfair about it. It is natural. How am I inferior? I don't understand. Because... Her brow deepened as she searched in her past for an answer. Because that's how it's always been. Men must be weaker, less intelligent, and better suited for slavery than women. That must be it. Friendly. I think that's flawed thinking, if I may boldly say. Men should be considered Amazons just the same as women. Men can be just as capable as any woman. Then why haven't they been? Answer me that. Why? Because we haven't had the chance. Saren lowered his voice immediately. I'm sorry. This is my life we are discussing. It's very important to me. But you must understand that men are oppressed? Loren's lips twitched. She could not face Saren any longer and rushed away from him. He hoped that his words were not ignored, and by how unnerved she looked, he doubted that they were. Saren, come here. Yes, ma'am? It has come to my attention that I will be inheriting my mother's throne much sooner than I anticipated. I believe you're ready, Your Highness. Do not patronize me. If I claimed the throne at this moment, I would be the youngest queen in our history. I found my mother so that she would continue her reign, not... Loren sighed and rubbed her temples. What I meant to ask you was your help in this matter. My mother has requested that I perform the Trial of Queens as soon as possible. Trial of Queens? What is that? You do not know? Good, I was unaware of it as well. It's reserved only for princesses who inherit their mother's thrones, rather than dethroning the queen in a duel. Amazon queens must earn the favor of their people through great feats, so a trial was invented to test our strength. There is a reliquary within the mountains under the citadel. I must fight my way through the caverns to prove my worthiness. How might I help you with this, if this is your trial? I'm allowed a servant. I choose you. I'm honored, Your Majesty. I don't know what to expect in the underbelly of the citadel, so do not consider it an honor yet. We should perform this task as soon as we can make route to the citadel. Loren's personal quest! Hooray! Let's just make sure. Okay. Just double checking. It looks like I've managed to talk to everybody in camp again. Holy hell. Wow, that was a lot of talking to people. I've got a lot of quests going here. Hey, this is RPGatWill. I hope you liked this episode of Loren the Amazon Princess. If you want to check out some of my other material, you can click on my channel link below, or you can even subscribe if you'd like. I like to do some silly songs on the side, along with my RPG work. If you want to see some more group-oriented stuff, there's another channel called Gaming Idiots TV that I take part in. That's where we do all our group stuff, so I'll provide a link below if you want to check it out there. See you next time.